So showing if expressions in exponential form are equivalent. So we're going to see, are these three things the same number? So one thing we can do when we have a power with some type of subtraction or add is actually take that base and split it up to each part of that power. So this can become instead 50 times 2 to the x times 2 to the negative 2. So that base takes on each piece of the power. Well, 2 to the negative 2 is the same thing as 50 times 2 to the x, so those two stay the same. 2 to the negative 2 will drop to the denominator and become 2 squared, or 4 in the denominator. Well, 50 divided by 4 is the same thing as 25 divided by 2 times 2 to the x. So all of these are equivalent. So if we were to take the next one and break it up, let's see what we'd get. Well, this is 25 times 2 to the first piece, the 2x, times 2 to the second piece, the positive 1. Well, 25 times 2 to the first becomes 50 times 2 to the 2x. And we can actually take and do parts of that power. So rather than 2 to the 2x, we could put it as 50 times 4 to the x, because 2 squared is 4. Now these two aren't the same. They aren't equivalent. But going on a row, they are. This one, on the other hand, can't simplify. So this is actually the same thing as this, because at the very end we ended up with 50 times 4 to the x, which is the same as the bottom. So this top one is not equivalent to the bottom two, but these two are. Let's do another 3 examples. So the first one can't be simplified. These two things cannot be multiplied because this has a power of x. Though on the other hand, looking on the second one, when we have a power to a power, they multiply together. Well, 7 times 1/7 is 1. So in other words, we get 1.05 to the 1x. So now this is actually the same as this. So these two are equivalent, or this, because these are equal. Looking at our last one, same thing, power to a power, we multiply. So 2 times 1/2 x is just 30 times 1.05 to the x. We multiply it together. So since these three things simplify to the same thing, these are actually the same expression, or they lead to the same outcome when we simplify them.